is on the line as well. And Kyle, fix yourself on the camera. You're embarrassing me. Come on, please. Thank you. Okay, great. We fixed it. Okay. How you guys doing?
Good?
Kyle, we'll start with you, man. How's everything been?
Oh, excellent, man. I've been looking forward to this for a while, right? Getting the whole crew back together. Kind of feels like a little high school reunion situation kind of going on, and just, happy to be here for sure.
Ace, you have put together quite the squad. You feeling good about your chances winning this whole thing?
Yeah, man. I thought about who I was going to pick last night, and I thought I was going to get first in the FFA, so got, I think, Tylenol, who's one of the better players right now, and I thought about Chig, and you know what? I like my chances right now. I came in here expecting to win, so what I'm going to do.
Yeah, both you guys look great, man. The teams are, stacked. So fun to watch. Kyle, man. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh man, well, I was looking forward to this. I was really hoping I'd get the match ace in the finals, but I guess since we're in the same group, the other group's getting pretty lucky. So we got a head up right here, and only one of us advances. So unfortunately, it's gonna be pretty hard fought battle in Group B, or they're getting away pretty lucky this time. I'll just say that right now.
100%. We dropped the ball. I'll say this for everyone: we dropped the ball putting you guys in the same bracket. It wasn't my choice, but I'll let production know later. Anyways,
dude, I was gonna say
this is the finals right here. That's what.
Oh my God!
100%. I've been saying it.
He's only saying that because if he loses, he can claim that was the finals. You know what I mean? It's typical. Go ahead, Rob.
I was just gonna say, we were talking about it in the pregame. It feels like, honestly, like Kyle and Aaron, both you guys, like the trajectory of both of you as like Halo players, even in this day and age, like it feels like you guys are just like on a different level, getting better than everyone else, to be completely honest. And it feels like you guys are the two players. If you're on separate teams, you guys are the two players that we expect to see. So can't wait to see more games from you guys. Aaron, did you expect to almost drop 80 in the free for all? 79 kills.
No. Not that much, honestly. I don't know what happened. A bunch of triple kills kept landing in my lap.
Yeah.
I don't know what was going on.
Yeah.
But
Who was the easiest target, and why was it Ghost?
Oh my.
Was he?
I don't know. I'm just making fun of him because he threw
remember.
shade. He threw shade at me, so I'm never letting him live it down. Kyle, you have formed yourself quite the squad. We all assumed, and we're looking at you guys play, and we're seeing you kind of sort of direct traffic. But I mean, dude, Hunter has been unbelievable. How's it been playing with him?
Oh yeah, Hunter's been a great pick, and somebody that's been grinding the game for a long time. I knew he was definitely going to be able to come out here and perform. I knew he'd be like potentially second or third round picks. So when he was still available, when we were coming through, I was definitely happy to get him. He might not have the same kind of resume that some of these other guys have, but if you've ever matched against him online, he'll rip your face off and he'll pull off some sick clips. So I'm super happy with the team that we were able to get. Getting to team with Legit again from the Halo 2 Classic, and then Trippy's obviously an all-star as well. So we're pretty happy with our lineup.
You lucked out.
Yeah, were you trying to go for like hybrid type of lineup? Because you saw some people going for like their friends, or for teammates or whatever. Was that your mission, just to try and get whoever was hot at the time and just going that route?
Trying to predict what was going to happen into this, I knew no matter how much I tried to play it out or how many times I ran through potential situations, I knew it was just I wasn't going to be able to figure it out. So for me, I just kind of made a list of who I thought I would pick in order of who's available at the time, and just go from there. So the fact that I got Trippy, I was really surprised in the first place. I thought he would go higher in the draft, and as we were looking at the teams, we're just pretty excited about that. We're pretty reasonable with what our expectations were, and having Trippy as the pick and getting Legit and everybody in Hunter, we knew we'd have what it takes to win. We had a crazy series with Ace and them already. When we matched them first, we threw a game, they threw a game, ended up taking it. So if we do match up, we got 2 best of 5s here. So this is going to be quite a series.
Yeah. Nice, man. That's what I said. Pointed out earlier. I was like, listen, man, this is kind of like a little taste of what the finals are gonna look like, man, in terms of the talent on both sides, man. So don't let us down. I know you guys won't. It's gonna be great to watch you guys play against each other, and I can't wait to, if you guys don't mind live streaming that next family dinner, that'd be great.
I just want to say real
Yeah.
quick, Ninja, I just want to thank you. I'm very grateful for you like throwing 100K in the prize pool. This is a ton of fun. I'm really enjoying this. I haven't played competitive Halo that much besides the other Twitch rivals, and it's just so much fun to actually play real competitive Halo.
Gotcha, baby. It's my pleasure, man. You guys are, trust me, like literally just sitting here and casting, like and watching this all day today, man. It's the same thing as last time, man. My just smile on my face, my cheeks are freaking sore from smiling so much, man, because it's just so nostalgic. So just have fun, man, and kill it.
We will.
All right, well, I guess that's a good place to wrap it up. You know, I felt like that was a good segue. Everyone got what they needed to say, so we'll go ahead. Go play your damn game. We'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. Much love.
Good luck,
Always
boys.
great to hear from you guys.
Later, guys.
Right, and we'll talk to you soon. Okay, well, we're going to wait for that game to start up here. And yeah, you know, I mean, it goes without saying, Ninja, you know, I remember when you were, you know, starting to really pop off, right, on Twitch. I believe we had an event. I'm pretty sure, Bravo, where we were in Mexico.
I'll never forget it. We're in Mexico City watching the Ninja Drake stream. So it was like me, you, Clutch. We're just chilling on a bed, and we were all like, I think Tyler, we were all texting you that night, like, holy shit, this is nuts. Yeah, we were
What
all
is happening
together.
Yeah.
That's gnarly, man. That night was still, dude, I'll never forget, bro, how like last second that was, dude. I'm just sitting here, I ended my stream, got off, because like, you know, Drake said wasn't gonna get on, and then out of nowhere he's just like, I'm on. Like, all right, well, this is happening.
Yep.
Yeah, but you know, we were all cheering you on, you know, from
Appreciate it,
afar, because the Halo community, you know, we always stick together.
I love you guys, man.
Yeah, I mean, even looking at the chat, you got a lot of people who, you know, I recognize from the Halo community. Big shout out to people like Paula's who've been around for a while, right? Like, it's just, you know, great peeps. Type of graphics in the chat too. Absoluta as well. Like, really just awesome homies that have been coming on. This is obviously on the Twitch Rivals chat. But for those of you guys who are watching on Ninja's stream, maybe, you know, you follow Ninja from his times in Fortnite and all the other games he's played. We really hope that you're enjoying watching high-level competitive Halo here, because all three of us love it. You know, it's just, there's nothing like it. It really is. And we're all super pumped for Infinite when that does come out as well, so that we can get back into the events again, get back into big old tournaments with a lot of teams and people cheering. I can't wait, Bravo.
Absolutely.
It's going to be so fun.
Dude, yeah, this is like super exciting. The fact that we get like a proper Halo 3 send-off. So just, yeah, huge shout out to you, Ninja, and also the whole Twitch Rivals team, that we get like a proper Halo 3 send-off with like this stacked of a group. It's like a great way to go into like the energy of Halo Infinite for sure.
Yeah,
Absolutely, man.
that's right. And I believe we do have brackets ready. We're waiting for the two teams to get set up. So once they get squared off and ready to go, we'll jump over there. But here is the bracket where we are right now. So status quo versus Instinct. These two teams went up against one another in winners round 2. SQ got the better of Instinct. Straight Ribbon started to show some life, but Instinct managed to make some magic happen on narrow CTF and ended their miracle run. We switch over to the other side though. On bracket B, we have our other two squads, Triggers Down and Believe the Hype. And I'm going to be real with you guys, I didn't see TD in this position given how they played in their first game, but when you consider the fact that they did face off against BTH, a Ninja, makes sense that they're here.
Yeah, I was saying, man, like, these players sometimes might take a little bit longer to get warmed up and, you know, used to one another. Really just, and here, TD, man, again, top players on the roster starting to just settle in, get warmed up, and now they're in the finals, going up against BTH, man. This is gonna be fun.
Just a quick thing, Typographic in the chat said Cold TD. Yeah, Complexity sponsored TD at one point, right?
Yeah, I was on that Triggers Down roster. Triggers Down was a Complexity roster during Reach for a little while. Yeah,
that's wild, man. I just, again, you know, who remembers Eon? that was a fun one. Anyway, here we go, round 4, game 4. We are going to be looking at maps like Capture the Flying Pit, Team Slayer Narrows, King of the Hill, excuse me.
The Dark One is waking, but there will be one who can stand against him, and it's one of you.
One of us, the Dragon Reborn, the most powerful channeler that ever lived.
Every prophecy is the same. The dragon will either defeat the Dark One or join him. I'll kill them myself before I let him have them.
The Wheel of Time, only on Prime Video.
Sorry, bud.
Thanks.
Switch to progressive and you can save hundreds. You know, like the sign says.
All right.
Who actually helped and put these two, the Halo 2 throwback and the Halo 3 throwback together. And I was told that today is his last day at Esports Engine. So big shout out to Esports Engine. Also, thank you, Wade, for contributing so much to making these tournaments happen. And of course, Ninja, coming in hot too. Like, just, yeah, there's just a lot of love for Halo.
Hey,
right?
People helping people. Feels good.
Yeah, exactly. And people like just want to see some quality Halo gameplay. Bravo. It's always been like that. Never goes out of style.
Oh, dude. Yeah, you kidding me? Like, the fact that we get to watch this game, let's see, Halo 3 dropped, 2007? So the fact that we are this many years later is just like, it's nuts. And the fact that you could argue that Halo 3, and this is not always the case with throwback games and tournaments, you could argue that the Halo 3 that we're watching, right, is at the same level or a higher level of the quality of, like, I'm talking moment to moment gameplay, meta, etc. This is like premium Halo 3 that we're watching. You're watching the same strats. It's so cool and it's so special because, like, if you throw together some throwback tournaments for other games and different franchises, that doesn't always happen. But the fact that we're watching this and we can, like, we're not like getting excited just for nostalgia reasons. It's like, no, this is actually a great game that stands up great amongst today's modern shooters. It's just
absolutely,
it's dope.
Absolutely, man. I think that, whenever there's like show matches and little rivals events that kind of happen between other people and other games, it's almost, I don't want to say it's looked at like a joke, but maybe not as serious, right?
Yeah.
But dude, that's the thing I love about the Halo community, man. Is like we pulled in these pro players, we pulled in these top guys, and they formed these amazing rosters, and they are right back where they left. They left off 15 years ago, bro, and just fragging out, man. It's insane.
Yeah, there's only like a few games that could really do that, right? I think it's like, maybe like StarCraft, Smash, CS, Halo, right? Like, those are the games that could do that. And you're right, Bravo. There's not a lot of games where you can go back to a throwback tournament, but yet the competition level is as good as it was back in the day.
Right.
As well.
Also, how crazy that we have, I think, a 14-year age gap in today's tournament. Is my math right? 23 Tylenol, and I think Walsh is 37. Like, the fact that you have that much of like a difference between the amount, like the age of competitors, like, Halo's just a special franchise, man. And then I can't wait. The fact that we get to watch this next final is just going to be so dope between these two teams.
It's crazy. I have a nephew that picked up Halo 3 for the first time, like a few months back. Saw him at a wedding, mentioned it to me. That's nuts. I also felt really old, but it was so cool.
That gave me an idea. Next time I go to a wedding, I'm going to ask that, like, Halo 3 is the party favor. It's like, hey, educate yourself. You need to play this game. Everyone go home and play Halo 3 because this is one of the greatest FPSs of all time. So please enjoy your Halo 3. There's Xbox 360s in the back if you need them. Have a great day.
Love it. Way to go. All right, well, guys, I believe our match is ready to go. Instinct versus Status Quo, our Group A Grand Finals. We're starting off with a map that is so freaking awesome. As old as time itself, it's going to be Pit. And, of course, capture the flag the way Halo is meant to be played. Let's jump right into this bad boy here. And starting things off with Ace, the captain of Status Quo.
I think that we talked about Pit being it, right? And I think the reason that Pit's flag is so much more enjoyable, or so much more desired than Pit Slayer, is because we just get more of it. Pit Slayer is somewhat end like a little bit quicker, and like, this could potentially be 30 minutes of the best map and the best game type in Halo, and that's why I absolutely love flag.
Well, I remember back in the day when I was watching, MLG events, I would watch like straight versus triggers down training events back and forth, right, Brav? And it just felt like whenever I'd see Pit CTF, I just felt like I was watching a sport. I really did. It was just players who put their life into this, the amount of work, the effort, everything. I mean, it was beautiful to watch. And that is the reason why, like, for me personally, I've gravitated toward Pit, because to me, this is the sport of Halo played out in all of its beauty.
I mean, it's amazing when you think about the actual number of games played, right, of Halo 3, of competitive Halo 3. You're in the hundreds of thousands when you actually talk about like the amount of games that all these players have played together. So it's amazing because there's such established strategies, and the sports analogy you made is perfect. Like, there's Pit CTF just play, you know, you can watch it endlessly because there's so many ways this game can be played. We've seen it played so many different ways. There's so many different strategies, so many different runs. So I could not agree more. This cannot be more excited about a Pit CTF game 1.
Right, and the you know, just touching on that a little bit more, like the fact that there are snipers. There's like every power weapons in this, right? Besides camo, you have the rockets, you have the snipers to make plays, you have the overshield. Like, there's so many things to keep track of. And as I say that, someone just gets absolutely blamed from a top snipe, and that's going to secure the cap, I think, for Hunter here.
Yeah, there should be no resistance. No resistance here for Hunter. He's going to nail this, and already Instinct on the board. They're looking to try and rectify what had happened when these two teams met earlier in this competition and send SQ packing. They want to go for that grand final match. Elamite wants to get that back-to-back, and we got another custom available here. Has been picked up. And that will be, I believe, their second that they've been able to secure. Or was it Burn?
I think it was Burn.
Oh, actually, it was Burn. Yeah, it was. Oh, yeah, because L36 is dead.
Yep. Yeah. For those who don't know what burning the camo is or burning the overshield is, basically, you have to be full shields or gaining shield in order to get the full effect of the shield and the buff. So if you're shot a little bit and you grab it, nothing happens. You're invincible for like 2 seconds and then you just die.
We're gonna have to talk to her about that giant.
That's a questionable alert.
We're gonna have to talk to him about that. Have a conversation. Look, Hunter, here's how you set up your graphics for the stream. Okay.
Luckily, though, the man is putting on a show in terms of the numbers department, and they have been just like on fire the way they've been playing. They're going to try to keep going exactly where they have been with this little 1-0 lead, but I think they're going to get the stop here pretty comfortably.
Love it, man. I think the rockets just came up 20 seconds ago.
Yeah, Chig had him.
Yep. Flame Sword getting absolutely outbird. Love to see it, man.
Now it's going to be opportunity for Ace. He's very weak here, Ninja, but he manages to stay alive. It's good to go. He's going to toss it over to his teammate. That was just a beautiful play.
He's just so good. He's doing everything, and he forces his brother in the back. Come on.
And I think Elamite forced to shoot 2 rockets there as well, so to avoid any damage. You knew that shot was going to get hit as well on Hunter, and these guys are heating up here, status quo.
You know, okay, so me and Ninja, you and I play keyboard or mouse pretty much all the time for a variety of games, right? But did you see the way that he was moving his crosshair there? I mean, that was just an impressive crosshair placement. Like, just the predictions, right? That comes obviously with the experience, knowing exactly where someone's going to push, like the geometry of the map, so you know exactly where the head is. But it's just like the movement. It's crazy to think that this is just with a controller.
I think that the Halo 3 encompassed, like, it just allowed players on controller to really showcase their talent, man. I think even almost more so than Halo 2, besides like the BXR and the double shotting. The aim in this game, it was superior, right? It rewarded players who were super talented at positioning and predicting, right? And the ability to, like, you know, the Gandhi hop, right? Jumping and being able to tuck your head. There's so many things that go into this game. And I think we're literally seeing it play at like, again, just the highest level, man. Ace is just fully ascended. Somehow getting better. Like,
he's gotten better over the years.
He totally, like, yeah, it feels like Elamite and Ace, like, they just both just like are getting to like a dangerous level. Especially, it's been showcased. Maybe there's no better example than these 2 rivals tournaments. Like, these guys have just gotten even better at Halo, and it's not like they're better than when they played. It's like, no, these guys are getting to fierce levels of talent on Halo 2 and Halo 3 for sure.
Yeah, I feel like if this version of Ace was playing H3, like, he probably would have won everything. Like, that's just how good he is, I think, right now. Because he's only just gotten better. And what's wild is that in H5, my word, Hunter, relax. In H5, I recall, you know, Ace kind of just being a bit, you know, all over the place. You didn't quite know what you were going to get with him. But, you know, just these last few years, man, the man has just become awakened and is so good. But he's also got an incredible cast of characters that he can work around with as well.
Interesting, the Hunter's the one that gets the pull here, kind of realizing that he might be the one that has to make it happen. I love how he's doing it, though, keeping an eye, like, dropping and shooting if he needs to as well.
I think he's baiting it, right? That's exactly what he was going for, Andy. You wanted to get the flag out, see if there was going to be someone who was going to do some sort of desperate attempt, right? Lift up, top snipe, and get a couple shots on him. Maybe even the classic nade across, you know, from onto the plat. Nice little skip and get a one shot. Unfortunately, SQ too disciplined, man. And no one lifted. They all ended up just going for map control and pushing on the other side. And it looks like there you go. Tylenol being rewarded. Gets. Oh my God, is he getting? Gets the custom and gets sniped. Yeah.
Oh, Tylenol.
Shots, bro.
Wow.
Hunter with the response immediately, man.
Dude.
But that was nuts.
Dude, they played it with such a cool head. The fact that you had Tylenol there with that OV, the fact that that snipe shot was landed was huge. Hunter plays it so well from the first BR. Damn, it's just beautiful play from them. They go up 2-1.
No scoped him. Like mid flag running, sees someone with custom shooting him, right? Adding so much pressure. What does he do? He drops the flag, no scopes him, fades away, probably clipped him with that rocket too.
I think so too, yeah.
Yeah, he did.
The amount of damage that Justin Hunter is doing right now is just astronomical, dude. Staying alive. Look at that. Look at it. Sees chick, puts one shot in him, turns around. Doesn't want to get in a situation where he's one shot and can get cleaned up with a nade or anything like that. And what is he gonna do? He ends up killing him at a completely different side, man. Getting control of their mauler.
But think of that. 2 players had to handle Hunter in the back of their base, right?
Doing so much, dude.
So much effort that is being applied to just remove one player that, you know, it's not the worst position that they find themselves in. They're actually right at the 50-yard line. They're going to try and challenge.
Watch right now, man. This is just some of the best H3 that you can. This is the best H3 that you'll ever be able to watch ever again, man. Unless you're going to go back into the depths of old MLG recordings, man.
I was gonna say this is special. And a great point you made, GB, about sending like a player staying alive in the enemy base. You know, you make players stop and prioritize and send players back. That's even more important on a map like Pit because Pit is so huge. So the decision to actually send 2 players back instead of say pushing runway, if you have to instead of going runway, you have to go back to your own mauler or your first BR. Like that just takes so much time. So just huge plays getting in the opponent's base, and especially on a map like Pit.
Jake looking to make a play happen here. He knows that there is going to be some bodies in first BR, so that's why the Mauler with the up damage as well will just shred right through Hunter. Not much he could do there, though, as legit just turned the corner. All he had to do was just fart on him, and he was dead. So now this is going to be where I do think, you know, with the time and everything, like, stuff's going to slow down just a touch. But status quo, they're going to look to strike here.
This is what happens, man. Snipe's coming up, right, or on cooldown, and it just went away, rockets are gone, etc., things like that. And not much is happening. You're looking for dominance and just controlling some sort of the map, right? Get a little reset, eventually wait for one of those power-ups to come up, because it's a little bit more difficult to get together and string together a cap when you don't have a weapon that can just literally take someone out in 1 second, right? And that's exactly what's happening. Fighting over the rockets that are spawning up right now, and Tyler's gonna run in there and grab.
Also, Chig to anchor there. Are you kidding me? He's the last player alive. Wins the battle against legit on the pit box, and then still somehow spawns his team up so they get to green and they get boxed despite being the last player alive. Like amazing awareness from Chig.
Incredible, man. One thing Kyle's known for, dude, is just like he was more than he was just such a good player across the board, man, and that was just one showcasing.
And like what's amazing too is like if you show that clip to someone who might just be like a Halo fan doesn't play like these exact settings, like that doesn't really look that impressive. He stayed alive in the middle of the map and spawned up. Like little decisions there, like we talked about, are so huge in that moment, and it's the reason that they're going to see maybe a little bit of control here.
And they actually do manage to secure 3 dead. They have one last player. It's going to be Hunter JJX. How much of a nuisance can Hunter be again? Flamesword, focused on him, finally is able to stop his reign of terror. And now this is where we start to see SQ, right? Get a little bit of map control, try and take 1 or 2 players out. This is where the round of slays has to come in here. They have to be patient about it, and then they can start to make their approach onto the enemy flag.
4 minutes left, so plenty of time. Still 2 snipers. Oh wow, great! Here it is, man. This is gonna be the moment right here, man. 2 minutes, 2 snipers left, 4 minutes left. They really need to time this up so they can get that extra 15-minute cushion to play with.
You also got Court Swans 2 flag with custom. Means he's going to be able to eat a bunch of shots here, but just as I say that, he lifts on top of Plat and then gets shredded because they knew exactly at that moment that they had to handle this problem, or else they could very well be looking at a tied game here. A big boost is going to send Ace right through long haul. He's so close.
Wow.
No shields though, but he's got the support, and this is great. Yeah,
Look at him fly,
nade
dude.
helped.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, how about the like the calmness there to like he kind of like botched the jump first onto the plat box and then took a little bit extra time, took a lot of shots, still had to go through, perfectly times the move to long haul, does not get naded deep in long haul, brings it in, just perfectly running that flag, just dodging all the grenades he needed to, and here we are 2-2 headed into sudden death overtime. Essentially next flag will win.
Love it, man. This is where every decision counts. All it could take is one person hitting a nasty snipe. Oh, there the comms, just as I say that, sniper's up. And dude, the comms, bro, I'm
Yeah.
getting goosey, man.
Well, Ninja, they're gonna have to worry about Trippy over at Sword, because if he has the sniper in there, he's gonna be causing a lot of problems for them. So that's gonna be something that they have to worry about. There's almost gonna be like a little checklist, right? That they'll have to get through. You gotta worry about Trippy. You gotta worry about Legit. They're succeeding in some of this, right? But what's really gonna boil down to is the patience. How does Trippy play with this key power weapon in his hands? You got Hunter all the way on the other side of the base, causing problems for them, and they're waiting for the respawns to come in for the support. Beautifully done, though, removing Town Hall from the equation, but I don't quite feel like this is going to be the winning flag cap for them. But the custom's up, and Trippy burns it.
But still, no, he gets a burn. But still a great burn, because you saw they were even pre-rocketing. Like, obviously he was down there for a reason. It's the body there, gets some help. So really nice stuff there to make sure that they get the burn. They get the exact time to do, so they're going to have that for the next rotation if needed to.
Exactly. The time is really all you want there, right? Denying it from them, and then hopefully they can get the exact time. And that 1 second knowing when it is actually can be incredibly useful. What a snipe on freaking Chick, man. And that's all it could take, you know. Ooh, if you threaded that needle.
If he hit that shot, that was a montage for sure.
We're talking about Alex, right? He just got that one elimination on Chick. Now he got that. Oh no, he instantly shut down. I was gonna say it's that snowball effect, right? Getting that body on Elamite, 2 dead right there, and he still has the power over in hand. But it looks like they just completely fall apart. Incredible job by SQ right there to just turn that around. Even though despite well, basically 2 players taken out instantly from the snipe, they're just able to bring back with their raw VR talent, man.
Yeah, that was nuts. At least a 2v3, maybe even for a moment a 2v4 in the actual VR battles, and they were able to close it out, like you said, pretty big. It looked like it was about to spell disaster for the side of SQ, but they'll hold on, and we're going to keep going the distance. Like we said, we don't mind the long BitC and TF games. We welcome these.
Not at all, dude. I'm down. I'm here for this.
And also important to note, this is just game 1 in the finals for bracket A. We're not even in the finals, like, you know, in the competition.
The finals,
in the bracket A finals.
Just getting started, baby.
Man.
We're just getting started, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna pick me up, man. I might want to bruise me or something. I don't know, man. But we got about 30 seconds left, I believe, until the next custom power up is going to be up. And again, we talked about this is double overshield, right? Not just one, not just a little green Novi. You get 2. And that is enough to literally do what Ace did, right? And kind of maybe even force that flag, right? Force players to kind of overextend.
Look at this, dude.
Sneaky, dude. He's
Not
going
shooting.
for it. This is so huge.
He's
got the
kill.
kill.
Okay, man, he gets the kill, so it kind of slows things down. But man, if he gave a lot of info, but the problem is all that info, but no positioning, they lose custom. This could be bad.
Yeah, Trippy's trying to bait green right now, but I think we'll have to see if this works out for him. If he gets the kill here, it's pretty big, but he's using legit, so now they're just going to push together instead of go for that back whack.
Yeah, that's one of those things where, you know, it's like you're hiding in a spot, right? And then someone comes by and they're like, oh, you're here already? And it kind of like wastes it almost, you know what I mean? Like, you just sat there. He just sat there for 10, 15 seconds waiting to assassinate someone, and then Brian ends up running through green. He could have pushed somewhere else.
We got a flag stalemate, both flags out, 1 in green, 1 is still only in pit.
You can cap it. It doesn't have to reset. It doesn't have to reset. You can cap the flag right now if you want to, right?
Yep.
Right. They have to find a way
Last
to stop
guy!
this here. The flag's going to be
You got
down.
it!
Got it. Wow. Status quo wins game 1, 3-2, but a valiant effort from Instinct to try and pick up this game win. It would have been massive for them, but...
Welcome to AT&T Station, featuring 100 Thieves. A virtual showcase of AT&T tech, HBO Max content, and the new 100 Thieves Foundations line, featuring interactive games, Easter eggs, and more. Drop in October 1st on PC or with a PC-tethered VR headset to score 2 limited-time avatar drops featuring the 100 Thieves Foundations line.
You can go big, or you can go big. Bigger fries, bigger drink. Just 80 cents more with any meal. Only at Zaxby's. And see Ghostbusters Afterlife exclusively in movie theaters.
This is a threat like none our galaxy has faced before.
Billions of lives will be at risk.
Not on our watch. Let's fly.
Player's eliminated, or that player drops it and uses all the ammunition. It's very intense, man. What a cool feature, too. I don't even know if that was working as intended. Just kind of happened.
Oh, first of all, beautiful double there from APG, but 100% agree. There's no way that was intentional design. I can tell you right now, as a guy who worked on Halo for a few years, there's no way that was an intentional design, but a little bit of another kind of accidental little
Primordial Wave.
Coolest things. It wasn't figured out, by the way, until years into the game's lifespan, which is just so cool. It's up there with, you know, things like double shot, etc. It took years for these things to be found in these games, which is so cool.
Right.
Oh, you know, APG saying he choked it, but I mean, honestly, there was just a lot that he had to worry about. He was in a position, though, to handle the player spawning in court. But it's just like that moment-to-moment decision-making. He decided to look away, see if he could handle a player in the cuts, but then ends up paying for it dearly because, you know, he had 2 players all spawn on court, right? So they're just going to need to find a way to recover, but with the time dwindling down, this is as much of a neck-and-neck game as you could possibly get.
You hear these times, bro. They're just getting intense. This is what it comes down. This is so draining too, man. You're playing an intense. Again, I stress arena shooter, right? 9 seconds, you're up. You're playing 30 minutes. You're non-stop thinking. Almost no time to sit down. You can't call timeout. No breaks. And this is where, you know, players are gonna slip through the cracks.
Yep.
Sneak in, and you know, it's basically who has the endurance to be able to just stay mentally strong and make sure that they're playing disciplined Halo.
You know, I love Ninja. We were talking about, like, where's the Pit CTF early on in the tournament? They must be saving it for the later rounds, and Pit CTF has delivered, man. We get overtime, final round here for each group, overtime, and essentially in both matches, which is just amazing. This game type delivers, dude.
Always does, man.
Oh, that was a great play. That was a great play from Maniac. Oh my goodness, he got the one shot on Alumni, and he just said, he was like, one shot Green Brad, one shot Green Brad, because he has the sniper, because he's got to put it to work.
Run away. Dude, he's just, this is what we like to call a first class top tier escort from Maniac, and that's it. And APG is gonna fly in. He does. Wait, he died. What? He got native. We always go away. No, try to stay alive and stop this.
Dude, last guy. Diak, last guy.
Forward. We get it. Wrong side. Unbelievable, dude. He literally strong sided that. So good for the year. I thought, man, played that absolutely flawless.
The best part about it, he looks at the screen, he does the pop off, and then he gets up as if he's gonna high five some people. I love it, man.
What an unbelievably hyped moment. You have Maniac playing that so calm from the needle.
Everything right.
Just did everything right. It was a 2v4 because you saw 2 players die, and they had everyone pushing sword, they had power up, and they were pushing up runway. Somehow APG dies from a freak nade, and Maniac has to play that perfectly, stays cool, calm, and collected from the needle pit, and just literally strong sides backwards in, and manages his way to get that cap. Dude, unbelievable play from Maniac.
It's the Selena difference, bro.
It is.
What it is. He's a new man.
He's getting, oh my god, Ace. Although we were able to jump on board here with Ace, and we, oh my god.
Dude.
He's heating up, man. He got a double kill Killjoy, right? Hunter X was on a killing spree. And look at that. He's just literally just predicting everyone right now. Positioning himself perfectly. His buddy Kyle and all his teammates also has the sniper rifle and seeing the kill feed, so they have double power up and control. Hunter trying to go over, and he gets picked up by Flame Sword as well instantly, dude. Ace is doing everything.
Dude, this tournament is a straight highlight reel. I know it may look to people like we're just jumping around from clip to clip, but these are the live games that we're watching, and these players are just popping off, dude. This is amazing to be able to jump straight into this SQ match now.
Well, you know what, guys? Let's see if we can hear the listening for Status Quo. They're up 7 kills, 39-31 now. It's continuing to add on. Let's just listen in with the final moments of this game.
Is our Afro? Is our Mark?
He's there still. L1.
Right.
L1.
I'm looking at one. He's dead. I think you killed him.
Look at this. Yeah, we got our lift, bro. Weak R2, watch out, Ruby. Watch out the Hawk, R2 and L2. Watch out their Hawk, R2 weak, top right, in their Hawk, in L3. 2 L2.
R1 one shot. R1 one shot. Nice. Top right. Nice shots. Nice shots.
L2 weak, L2 weak. Weak R1, weak R1. Hunter. Weak R1, weak. Hunter. Looking at her.
R2. Hunter never dies.
0-1.
Sniper's next.
These are low, guys. Cannon door. It's time. Needed them.
Dead.
L2 in their snipe.
Top right, Elamite.
L2 in their snipe, guys. Up top. Come on. Come.
R2 now. R2 again. R2 tricky, 2 shots.
R3 weak.
L1. He's at our snipe.
He's going flag.
He's sniping our flag snipe.
We got flag tower. He double back.
One conclusion there. Status quo, they are going up in the series 2-0, guys. This has been great. I'm having a time of my life right now.
It looked at the end there like it was somewhat close, but also very calm. I think they all knew that they kind of had it in the bag. Almost. Yeah. At least it was only a 10-kill game, but looking good. SQ up 2-0. Might be maybe a little bit of a sweet, man. A little trash talk between the brothers afterwards, man. But Ace is, I mean, dude, Ace is killing it. And also he did really, really well in the Halo 2 tournament as well when he was on his brother's team, Elamite. So I'm not saying that he carried him. I'm not saying it.
Not saying it.
But I'm just saying.
There's an important distinction.
Speak. But I'm just saying.
All right, well, we're going to get this next game set up here in a moment. I believe we're going to be going to BTH Triggers Down, Team Slayer up next. And remember, just so that everyone knows, we have these 2 matches going on. The winners of these games are going to move on to the finals, where they'll play for all the cash. It's a massive game, a $6,000 difference, $36,000 for first, $30,000 for second. So really everyone's walking away a winner, but I most definitely, you know, these guys, they want to get that dub, because this will actually be that send-off for Halo 3. Is Halo Infinite is right around the corner, December 8th.
Dude, that's why I wanted to finish with this, man. Really, like, you know, to add, someone said Halo Reach, I laughed. Said Halo 3, no cap. Like, come on. And we might not get the chance to do something like this again, man, unless, I don't know, somehow Halo Infinite isn't what we want it to be, which I don't think that's going to be the case competitively. I think it's actually going to stand very well. They know exactly what they're doing going into it. And dude, Maniac right now is just hitting everything, bro. This is scary.
All goods and services.
Dude, he's not missing. He's just hitting bodies across at every single angle as well, just floating with the fadeaways like we talked about earlier, and just still, once again, just bodying people up and tagging them for the team to step in and be able to make those plays. But like you said, I think big hopes for Infinite for sure. But even if, you know, regardless of what happens, it's pretty unlikely that we see H3 played at this level again for this much cash. So like everyone watching in chat, take a moment, like take a breath. This is a special historic day for Halo 3. The fact that we get to see these players playing at this level. So yeah, enjoy these last few matches tonight, because it's going to be a blast as we get to the finals.
A real treat, man. I've said it several times today. Just this entire event, man. Big shout out to the guys at Twitch for getting this set up, and everyone who's been a part of this, all the Halo players taking their time out of their weekends to be here. Because, I mean, this is a memory lane, bro. This is a beautiful, beautiful thing.
Trying to remember all the way back to the, oh man, to the last Halo tournament for H3. Who ended up winning that one? Was that SQ that won it?
I got one. They're cannon.
Was it SQ that won the last one? I think it was.
Wow.
Yeah, Status Quo won the last ever Halo finals with
MLG.
Yep, for MLG with T Squared as their coach. Remember?
Yep. No, yeah. Wow. That's actually, that's pretty awesome. Now that I think about it, I'm trying to go back and just look at some of the older results. So yeah, let me see here. MLG Dallas Championship 2010 H3. Actually, no, I may be wrong here. I think it was Final Boss. Yeah, no, it was Final Boss. It was Ogre 2, Spirit Self, Pistola, and Victory X. I mean, is that right? Yeah. Fifth and final event of the 2010
hey man,
MLG season.
You're making like declarative statements here and asking me to dive deep in the history book.
Yeah.
I'm out. I'm
looking at the wiki right now, okay? I'm just looking at the thing. So don't come at me, Bravo. Okay? I'm just trying to well, the point I'm trying to make here is it's pretty awesome that status quo. You know, the players on this squad, still their impact being felt to this day.
Dude, how about the backflip? Just sending him for a ride with the Halo 3 ragdoll backflip. Maniac just popping off.
Boom! Dude, he is just destroying. He's completely dictating this game into a double. Go for the triple. Heck yes! You killing frenzy, man. He's just literally shredding, just picking these people apart.
When the BTH Twitch alert came up, I thought that was some in-game thing we hadn't seen unlocked in Halo 3 yet. I thought it was like he's hit this crazy level that I didn't know about, dude. Unbelievable sequence there from Niak. Been a pleasure. Everyone's so stoked on Maniac and what he's been doing these past few months, and he's just been crushing it, man.
Maniac is an incredible streamer, man. Again, he's on, he grinds all the time, dude. He's so talented all the games. He went for it, of course. ABG feeling himself too, man. You love to see it.
Oh, ABG's always gonna go for that.
Of course, man. That's classic Brad, dude. You know.
I want fear going low. One shot. Our snipe.
I just love those comms too, man. Seriously, just like so cool, so calm.
With him.
This is gonna be pretty much over. You look at the time. There's 10 minutes left. Yeah, 10 minutes 45 seconds left into the game. The next power weapon is gonna be spawning at 10 minutes, and it doesn't look like there's any snipers left on the map, which means that this is all gonna be battle rifles, and it's very difficult to not let four eliminations slip by.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. 1-0 in the series, by the way, for Believe the Hype here. So if they win, they'll be one step closer to playing in the grand finals here of the Halo 3 Throwback Tournament at Twitch Rivals. And all they need, they have the depth to be able to sacrifice, to chase after some of these kills. This is literally a push because you can't lose type of situation. There it is, 50-32. Curtains there as we move on to our next game here.
I love that. Push because you can't lose.
Beautiful clips there coming in throughout that game, and certainly a highlight reel we're going to be watching on the VODs and on the Twitch clips, but we jump right into our next match.
The finals of the A side or the B side of the bracket. Finals of one side of the bracket. The status goes up 2-0. Looking to close this out 3-0 over Instinct. And again, here's the thing: these games, they're not super dominant. I mean, they are, but Instinct could be winning, right? That's
yep.
C3BR.
This could very well be a 1-1.
And it's already exactly
was kind of like kind of a wash for them, but yeah, this could have been a 1-1 for sure.
Definitely could be 1-1. You just instantly, you can tell right now. Just look at the score, man. Already 50 seconds almost for both teams. 4 minutes into the game, like 50 seconds of time. And King of the Hill, like, dude, like this doesn't happen. Like this is pretty rare. This doesn't happen, and it goes back to us talking about how
no shamans. There's no shamans in RPG.
Right now, and it didn't happen because it wasn't the meta.
Maybe Resto probably or Ellie. Resto or Ellie for sure. No way it's enhanced.
Like, it's just insane.
Yeah, it's totally true, especially when you think of the way that the Contra King is played. Like, normally there's a team that has a slight advantage at this point in the game, right? You're just about at that mark where a team will have had an advantage. So you're much more likely to see something like a 80-30 here, right, at this point in the game. Like, very rarely do you see this type of back-to-back, like, neck-and-neck type moments in this game, and that's exactly what we're seeing here with only a 20-point difference.
Yeah, this is a very impressive game from both teams. You know, for Instinct right now, this is it. Their tournament life on the line, so at this point you are fighting. Every battle means that much more, so that you could potentially force this game 4 and then hopefully run it back for that whole, you know, excuse me, I'm blanking on the term, but basically a reverse sweep. That's what I was
reverse sweep. There you go, baby.
It took a while, you know, the cobweb.
Hey, Necrolord.
I've actually casted, by the way. It's been like a hot minute. People just haven't been posting stuff these days.
I was just about to say, you're doing so many other things, man. So, listen, it feels like you picked up right where you left off, man. Feels good.
Oh, you're so nice.
I agree.
Again, dude, here we go. Nothing changing. Nothing changing. 75-72. Everyone just milking this time. And great comms from Elamite, dude. For those of you guys who don't know, you're watching at home, don't understand the game type, King of the Hill. On Construct specifically, there are 3 hills. One of them is bottom middle, and they will rotate back and forth between up on basically the sides of the map. Open and closed lifts because one of them is open, the other one is closed. And then it'll go back to bottom mid, then over to open, then back to bottom mid, and over to closed, etc. So It's very important for some teams. Once, you know, you can let the enemy team strategy is to let them get the last, you know, it's called trap time, right? 10 to 15 seconds of the last hill while you were setting up top and trying to get a very solid setup so you can get a massive chunk of time in the upward hill. And that looks like that's what's happening right now. They gave up those last 10, 15 seconds in the bottom middle hill, and they're trying to hold closed purple right now. But it is just shut down by Tylenol and his rockets, and then instantly Hunter taken down too.
Yeah, Ace does a very nice job there to get over to closed, over to open street to make sure to take out Hunter, and pretty heads up play in that moment as well. But like you said, still neck and neck with these two teams, only really a 10-point difference.
And the thing that I've always enjoyed about King of the Hill, because, you know, having casted COD and done, you know, the beginning of Hardpoint and seeing how that game mode played out, a rotating hill going to different areas of the map. This is a completely different beast, right? It's similar if you've played those games before. And you watch this, it's a very similar concept, but the execution of it is completely different. But that said, though, this has been a fantastic showing from both teams. And honestly, no matter the result, I mean, neither squad should hold their head low here on this particular game, because it's like right hook after right hook against each other.
Yep. Cyber's coming up right now. See if they're going to be going for it. It's not that. I always felt like, and you could attest this, I always felt like it wasn't the biggest priority on Construct King of the Hill.
I agree, and what's cool about that is it allows, there's like room for like interesting plays with the sniper, right? Because it's not as prioritized as heavily as it is on other maps. It's not always expected. It's not the same contest. It's not contested in the same way that, say, rockets are. So you might have players that can get away with snipe and do things like bottom mid routes to back goal, right? You can swing it to like laser. You can either go up a sword leg with it. So for that reason, you actually get some kind of interesting variety of sniper play on Construct King, because it's not as like universally
All
right, well, let's go ahead.
There's a custom on this map too. Sorry, Alex.
No,
I was
you're
kind of
good.
thinking out loud, and there it is. Sorry, forgot that the custom existed on this map, and there it is.
Yeah, because it's all the way in the bottom of the map, tucked away in a corner where typically that stupid missile pod launcher was. So
oh yeah,
that
dude.
works out. Oh boy. All right, anyway, let's jump into a listen in here. I believe we got Instinct ready to go for a listen in, so we'll do that. See if they can manage to win this game. We'll be back in a moment, but go ahead and hear the comms of Instinct.
R1 just shot C2.
Get up. Everybody get up. Everybody get up. All of you guys go up. All of you guys go up. All of you guys go up.
I'm going first.
All of you guys go up. O2. O2 weak flame. O2 weak flame.
What's the lobby to close purple? Lobby to close purple.
He will die. He's up inside. Dead.
Here. One shot.
Rockets.
One shot close street. Ryan. Close street R1. One shot.
He didn't jump. He did not jump.
Oh, nice try.
No rockets are gonna be up. O2.
And they got the new racks.
I got snipe.
We're fine.
Go gold.
Everybody get up. Everybody get up right now. In Hill weak.
One shot, Hill.
Sniper open street.
I can't.
Okay.
I'm able to go up to it.
Kyle, he's just sitting on purple.
He's sitting O3. He's sitting O3.
I got rocketed. I got on our
We're fine.
And then Hill. Nice. I got sniper. Another one at sword.
Sword Hill lobby. Sword Hill lobby.
Yep. Lobby with rockets, guys.
2 at sword might be weak.
Yep.
I'm on the hill here.
He hit me with that rocket.
One hit. I got one.
Flame is weak too.
Flame is one shot. Laser on me. And sword. Laser and sword. Last two. Flame is weak. Laser. One and sword. Still laser. Got his shields back.
One shot sword. Chick.
Sitting laser.
Kill chick and sword.
You guys. Come in. Nothing now, Brian. NO2
One shot under glass. 2 of them are there. One's one shot. Ace is the one shot.
I got chick. Chick is weak. Okay, OS.
Yeah.
Gotta get the goal.
Nice. 2 dead. One's R1 and Hill. R2
R1 Hill. We can get up. We can get up here. They're not set up.
I'm going sword then.
He was rockets. You guys are close.
C3 killed me to the right. Street side.
We can Hill.
Nice, Kyle. Live up, Kyle. Nice nade. Nice nade.
Close street. Too close street.
I'm on OS.
I got one.
We have OS too.
Can I get Hill?
Nading me from close street.
39. I got it. Shoot up inside.
I did not get a nade. Did not get a nade.
Should be up as well.
Dude,
Oh no, this is bad. This is bad. One shot, man.
Going where?
They're just going pillar. Nice nade. One shot open. Bouncing lobby side. No one in Hill weak.
Ties one shot in Hill. Ties weak in Hill. 2 open street.
I'm gonna get cooked.
Where are they going?
Let's go.
He pushed us, I think.
I don't know. I don't think he did. One went gold for sure. One went gold.
Ace, here, Joey.
Watch out, open street.
I'm going open.
I'm gonna go R1. I'm gonna go R1 and shoot for us.
One shot Hill. One shot open.
I got one.
Ramp.
Nice.
One shot up and ramp.
Oh, behind us, C3.
I got him.
C3
R1
behind.
weak flame. I'll get it.
All right, so I believe we are back in the action.
I'm meeting with ad agencies today to see if they'll market my new product, the depression stick. The depression stick.
Yeah. It's a vape pen, pretty much like any other vape pen. The nicotine can amplify feelings of depression and anxiety.
Make me sadder.
Yeah, let's sell depression.
I'm not into that.
No.
Really? We're no different than other vape companies.
Hi, my name is Frank. Aren't you guys? So we're gonna do one more. But my community knows me as Ace of all trades. I was laid off during the pandemic. First thing that came to mind was I had a baby on the way. Luckily, my online community pointed me directly to Indeed. The advanced job search function allowed me to get real specific, from location to salary. On the day my son was born, I finally received a job offer. I felt blessed. What's up, chat? I got the job. Thank you guys so much for the recommendation.
Not featured him as much, funny enough, but slowly but surely, as far as the stats goes, this young man has been crushing it, and it's because of plays like that. But is it enough to tip the odds in the favor of status quo? They win this, they move on to the next round. They move on to the finals. Instinct, most definitely not going out without a fight.
By the way, that should be Flame on with custom and rockets if all that played out correctly based on the death cam that we had. He should have custom and rockets, which could be a good place for them to maybe pick up and get right back in this.
And custom is really, we were talking about it in the break while we were doing an Astro listening. Custom is something, it's very difficult to do much with custom on this map. There's a lot of far range shots in King of the Hill, so like it really can go wasted a lot. And you know, you go up a teleporter, boom, you're mated, there goes your entire overshield. Yep. But when you have overshield and rockets, that is definitely something where you can kind of just slap yourself pretty much anywhere on the map, and you're going to get eliminations, which is pretty much what you need. Oh, I thought I was gonna get injured.
Whoa.
Oh my god.
I appreciate that Hunter went for it though. You know, at that moment, guy lands on you, you just got to make the play.
Dude, we're getting some good. We're getting some great updates from production, by the way. Shout out to Wade, as we said earlier. Let's talk about some of the top players on your screen right now. It's Ace. He's plus 99 right now with a 2.3 KDA. And also his teammate, Tylenol, is in second, which is why this team's looking so good, with plus 95 and a 2.9 kill assist death ratio. So even more assists for him. And some of you might have noticed that Tylenol's whipping around pretty good. We're told he's playing on 9.5 cents.
Are you kidding me? Is that even 1.5? I don't understand. That's why would you do something?
I knew he was on like 7 or 8.
2 or 3.
I knew he was high because he's whipping around. You can just tell by the way he's turning. He's on 9.5 and he's plus 95. Like, my God, Ace and Tylenol just put on a show, man.
I mean, it makes you it begs the question: how accurate do you think this man would be just a couple more cents down? You know, I'm just saying, like the talent, man, of this guy to be able to just keep aim, like so steady, got a 9.5 sensitivity in Halo 3 nonetheless, where every shot counts, where it's bullet spread, right? You can miss a bullet out of a 3-shot. Like, that's remarkable, man.
I'll tell you this much, makes me very afraid for this team in Infinite.
We got to talk about this score. We got to talk about the score right now. 27 seconds left. Take a look at this.
This is it.
They need all the time.
They're doing it. This is what we're talking about. Elamite flies up. He's going to get taken out. Hunter doing the exact same thing. Kyle's going to finish him. No, he's not. Hunter gets the kill on Kyle. 50 seconds left to flank the goal, and there it is.
They got it. They got it. Oh my goodness gracious! We're going to game 4. Hunter saved the game. He had custom, manages to get a few kills out of that one, and that is going to be a GG. Went the distance, 225 to 198.
Wow.
Status quo. Now going to game 4 against Instinct.
What a final push from Instinct. Got the custom up the perp, and that's sometimes all you got to do. Able to get the kills in the lobby, and then once you secure that. Look at this, 159, 142. Dude, this has been the best day of Halo 3. Goes without saying, in a decade plus. This is amazing.
20-second difference. Bottom middle hill. See who's going to get as much. Is it bottom middle right now? It is.
Yeah.
See what kind of, I mean, dude, this is almost, I think they're getting more time than the last game that we were just watching. Even more time, which is like, this game might even end before the hill moves at a high level. What is this?
Look at Gilkey on a sneaky little ledge edge there, stays alive there, and then wins that BR battle from the back. Little sneaky things like that. 3 dead at the moment as well for BTH off the bottom spawn.
Mysterio knew what he was doing, man. He said Gilk was playing, called it a wild card pick, man, and he's not disappointing.
Oof. I'll say this much though, Gilkey being a wild card pick really does surprise me. Like, I know he said it, but he, especially at the end of H5 and then going into all the H3 events that we ended up having, as well as Reach, I mean, Gilky's name was being said all the time. The guy was just shredding, winning tournaments left and right. It was about damn time that we were all putting some respect on Gilk's name, because the man is just a grinder and very well deserved.
Yeah, it wasn't for lack of want when it came to Gilky. I feel like something must have happened. I don't remember. I didn't know Gilky too much back in the Halo 3 days, but you know, he kind of didn't really compete too much in Halo 4 or really at the beginning of Halo 5 early on, or Halo Reach for that matter. And then you know, now here he is just coming back and dominating. So just it's good to see. Good to see. Deserved,
dude. Awesome to see him on G2. Also, by the way, awesome to see a similar storyline in this series. The fact that you, of course, have right now this team, you know, BTH being up 2-0 over Triggers Down, and Triggers Down right now potentially continuing on the series. So another amazing match in this side of the bracket as well. But great to see Gilk on G2. But you're totally right. One of the cool things about Gilky for people who might not be in the know is, even though you didn't see Gilky necessarily in the top 4 finishes at all these MLG events back in the day, don't forget Gilky was at all of the lands. Like, Gilky was always playing with all of the top players in Halo 3, and there's a reason that he's so good at this game. He's played alongside the best players in the game for a very long time, and like you said, it's great that he's finally getting the respect he deserves.
Now, the difference between the last game that we just watched and this one is that at this point in the score, we were coming down to the wire on time. You still got plenty of time left to work with here. 3 minute 37 if you are the red team. Like, I think Believe the Hype, they know that they have an opportunity here, but Triggers Down, I like this. It's the same thing with Instinct, right? Just not going down without a fight. They will be swinging all the way until the very last seconds of this matchup.
This is a much-needed victory for TD. Clearly, 2-0 down to BTH. And again, Believe the Hype, man. It's in their name. The team gets hyped up. Like they really start to feel themselves. They start to challenge things they shouldn't and win when they're performing well. So to shut them down right here in Game 3 is an absolute massive must and huge play for Hysteria and Jacob's team.
You have another great play from Gilky there, just sitting on open street and actually just hits the nade into the perfectly, picks up another double kill. And the great thing here is they could just play this slowly. Like you said, GB, with this much time on the clock, they know they're going to close this out with 14 seconds at some point, so they can just play for control over these next few moments, and they're probably going to be pretty well poised to just close this out with control and comfort.
Yeah, but you need to be careful, though, because what could be just a small, you know, hey, only have a few points left, right? It could snowball, can get out of hand, Ninja, and then at that point, you know, you're looking, you go bye-bye in the tournament.
It's happened, man, and it's kind of potentially happening here. You just start funneling in one at a time. It's like, guys, listen, everyone take a deep breath. Let's relax, and let's all push at the exact same time. Because, again, they are at the disadvantage, right? They're the ones that are sitting out in the middle of an open hill. Just relax, wait until all 4 of your teammates are up, throw a nade or two, slay them out, and then just use your numbers to just, you know.
This is it.
Finish it off. Here it is. 5 seconds left. Getting naded out. Hail Mary, desperate attempt. ABG getting taken out. Alumni with a double kill, and that is not going to be it. Best Man stops it, but Fear itself is just in such a dominant position right now, playing smart, and he's going to fall in, collect the last seconds.
And there you have it. GG. All wrapped up there.
We got ourselves a series on both.
Beautiful, man. So happy, man. No one wants to see a 3-0 on any side of the finals.
Yeah, especially this late in the tournament, and also no one wants to see a break because we're going right back into the other side of the break.
100%. Yes. Oh man,
all tournaments should be like this now. Like, just
I know, right?
I feel like, dude, with arena shooters though, like this content is like I love just going back and forth, right? There is a lot of downtime notoriously in these types of tournaments and events, and I feel like we don't have the luxury of being League of Legends and breaking down a 45-minute game and talking about, you know, the draft and stuff, right? Like, we don't have that, right? It's like, okay, here's the game, here's what happened. Like, we can maybe analyze a player or two, but at the end
The
of the
flame
day,
shark is installed. A volcanic eruption wells beneath the dispeller exploding.
We're spoiled right now. This is
Shocking to me.
how tournaments need to be.
Yeah,
from a
it's
spectator's
pretty great.
From a spectator standpoint, absolutely, man. And it's funny because
So long as we're recording all the gameplay, we're good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We are legit. What are you doing down there, bud? Shot eat down. Come on, Brizzy. You're better than that. Kyle doing such a great job staying alive, man.
Yeah, and on Onslaught, I mean, that is not easy to do. So, you know, credit to Chig just showing the veteran. Also, I'm glad he hit that sub goal. Hopefully, we can get him up to 10 subs, you know, for the homie, for Chig, the legend himself. I've always loved casting Chig because you just always knew he was going to be a reliable player, you know, a solid hand out on the field, and I always appreciate players like that who just like to get the job done, down and dirty, you know.
Yeah, that's definitely Kyle, man. Kyle is. You said it perfectly. He's gonna be someone that's great to watch. He's going to perform. Don't really remember Kyle having too many bad games in his MLG history.
No.
Just a great player, man. And you can tell he's comfy. I think everyone really is in their zone now. Everyone's comfortable. No excuses.
Yeah.
These players are playing some of the best Halo they've played their entire lives, and it's remarkable.
I think that if everyone had, like, you know, this is like a fantasy booking here, but if everyone had like a week to gel with their team, I think this tournament would have been even closer than what it turned out to be. Because then, you know, you start to see like the strategies form, and, you know, the captains start to step up, the in-game leaders start to step up, players start to feel hot, confident what shots they can take, what fights they can take. Like, oh, man, that would have been super cool. But thankfully we have you know, a whole season of new Halo Infinite tournaments coming up in December, so make sure you guys all, you know, stay glued to that one, and we'll be seeing some of these players again showing up, you know, with their squads. And we finally got our first flag cap in there.
Oh, I can only do one at a time.
Squad here, status quo, trying to end this series. Bravo.
Absolutely there. Wait, did I miss something about Chig? I think.
Oh, we were just Chig.
Chat's praising him a little bit. Chat's going off on us saying that that we messed something up. So I think I was getting messages from production there. But
did we? What happened? What did I do?
I'm not sure what you said, but you know.
Oh, I didn't say anything.
Pro Halo 3 player, the man holds it down without a doubt. But
yeah, that's what you're saying.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about the fact that, remember back to the last game, we had seen like 8 total flags already at this point in the game on one of the Onslaught CTS themselves. So very different here as we get towards the later rounds here with only 1 flag on the board so far.
Yeah, these players are just slaying out, man, trying to establish dominance and just get into that comfortable position where they know that they can safely pull the flag, because there's nothing worse. I mean, in a map like Onslaught, getting countered is such a high probability if you play it wrong and you overextend and you pull when you shouldn't. So both teams seem to be just really fighting for that control. What a great nade, man.
Dude, perfect. Even clips the guy coming down the stairs as well. 100 goes down. Dude, one thing I love about Flamesword is when we bring Flamesword back for these classic tournaments, the man just like puts on a show every single time.
100%.
Dude, sometimes just in a way where you're like,
Fighting last, the grounding totem.
And he's up to his usual treasure again.
Flame is a player that was never really the flashy guy, right? You know, he's the captain of almost every team he's ever been on, and was always great at slaying out when necessary, basically filling whatever role he needed. And when you have a player like this that is performing the way he is right now, going on these sprees, man, it's scary.
That's number 2 there. It's getting real dangerous for Instinct.
I'm top mid. Where are you guys at? I'm top
mid. Yeah, another Hornet.
Running a relay. They're going it back. Oh, this is bad.
And here comes the spawn kill. This is man. This is exactly what we talked about. Both players just instantly one-shot off of spawn. The pressure that they're feeling right now is astronomical. 2 dead. Love that holding select. You guys might not know that a lot of veteran players like Flamesword, they're in a position where they're comfortable. They're not being pressured. Taking time to just pull back on their controller to see how many players are dead on the enemy team.
Dude, that's something about Halo Infinite. I remember I was playing when I was playing the Infinite Flights with some friends, and I was like, oh my gosh, thank God you can leave the scoreboard up, you can move around. Obviously, in Halo titles after Halo 3, there was times where you could not hold the back button to check scoreboard and keep moving. So like the fact that it's just such a huge little thing that makes such a big difference in gameplay.
Yeah. Really does. You know, information is key, right? Any esport, any game you play, information is always going to be important. But in Halo, you know, you have these slight moments where you have to make a micro decision that can affect the whole macro situation.
Oh, you know what?
And little things like that. You know, checking the scoreboard, seeing who's alive, how many players are going to be up, like things like that just add so much to it. Now there was an attempt there almost by Instinct to try and get that flag in. And they might just be able to do it, but it just depends on if they're going to be able to. There it is. Okay, so they get that first flag cap in for them. This is where we start to see Instinct get a little scary, right? They've done this before. They'll be down a few flag caps, and then out of nowhere, they just start capping and capping and capping, and that is going to be where SQ cannot allow Instinct Ninja to get that momentum going, or else it's going to be curtains for them.
the higher caliber players, right, on the enemy team, that's the higher capability of them being able to just flip a switch and take complete advantage of any mistakes that you make, right, and just just reverse, right, just flip the map on you, flip the score on you. It's a horrifying experience, man. You don't want to let a team like that get hot, right? So it just got to keep your foot on the neck of the lion, if you will. This is what Instinct needs to do here. Don't give status quo any room to breathe and keep this pressure up. If anything, I'd be overslaying right now. That would be my comms.
Definitely. Yeah, you just heard Elamite there saying, let's work on finishing these kills. That's exactly what they need to be able to do here, with time starting to slowly tick down here on that 2 flag lead.
Trying to get through.
3 dead.
Right. Yeah, 3 dead again, but you know what, though? They've been in this position before, and they've managed to fight out of it. It just depends on what the positioning is for the red squad. So far, the bridge has been solid control. This is going to be the 4 flag cap. Confirmed. There's just one more, and an Instinct will be sent home packing. SQ moving on to the grand finals of the Halo 3 throwback. They have to stay alive here, Instinct. This is it.
Oh my god.
We've seen it before, but not going to be easy. Not going to be easy.
Yep.
Not looking like it, man.
Players.
That spawn trap is just freaking remarkable, dude. They're getting shredded by 4 players at the same time, and that's the game, dude. SQ advances, Flamesword feeling himself a little bit. And Instinct, unfortunately, heading home. Well, they're already home.
They are.
Dude,
they'll just now watch the stream. So
you hear Flames saying running laps down there. I mean, you got Ace and Flamesword playing on a status quo roster. It's gonna be a scary situation.
And this is it. But we're 6 minutes into this game, and it's already 4-3. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
APG BT 1 away from winning, sending triggers down home. Dude,
What is happening too? Because it tells you just how differently this game type can be played. The fact that there's 7 flags in already at this point, where it was 1-0 in the other game, just so cool about how different this game can be. And depending on the exact chemistry of the team matchups, you will get a completely different game type depending on who you have playing against each other.
And you saw right there that patience as well for Maniac. No opportunity really to go into the base and try and make a cap happen. Has to sacrifice that top position, also lose his teammate too. So this is going to be a bit of a regroup here for Believe the Hype. But the good news is, I mean, these shots from Maniac are something else. He is nailing them. Important to note, though, that, you know, the response back, right? At this point, TD just has to play it, so they need to try and get the control of the game back in their hands, and they cannot allow BTH to run roughshod on them in their base.
Fierce roster here, and right now we've got BTH and, of course, the B-Man, longtime member of Triggers Down, trying to send them home, and right now poised pretty well to do it in terms of both the score in the series and the game. Only one more flag to go. Still lots of time on the clock, though. This one could go a little bit longer.
Yep. We only saw that we literally just hopped on. We couldn't see the first 6 minutes, but both these flags could have been capped with just, you know, an absolute dominant spawn trap from both teams.
This could be the last one.
Stalemate.
Wow, big kill on APG to shut that down. That's going to give them just a little bit extra time. Dude,
actually, oh my
sneaky
God.
B-Man in the corner.
I mean, that is impressive, man.
1v1.
To keep them going. Yeah, here it is, though. They got their flag. They're going to be moving this one, though. Player is going to go down. Maniac's out.
Trying to toss it up.
Yeah, it's just up to that last player.
Dude, if he had tossed it, that was game. If he had hit the toss, that was game.
APG, come on, you got to know it. You know you can't do it. You should have just stayed there and tried to slay out, and he ended up still getting elimination. There goes Gilkey, and that's the gap. That's the game.
Still cap.
BTA.
Still got it.
DD's out. Wow.
Very well done. Believe the Hype will be moving on to our grand final to face off against Status Quo, which is awesome. You know, what a great series that we've had. Onslaught played in 2 completely different ways, but you still get a great contest between those 2 teams, and also no 3-0s, which, you know, I think we're all happy about that, right? You know, there's no 3-0s.
Never want a 3-0 in the finals, man. We want gameplay here. We're here so this lasts longer. We're not here to make this go by any quicker, man. It's the same thing. I'm cherishing every single moment, just like the Halo Twitch Rivals match. So
yeah,
and I'm excited for this finals. It's gonna be great.
To quote my buddy Magnetic, we're not here for a long time. We're here for a great time. And it definitely has been a great time here today. But folks, we're going to go to a commercial break. When we come back, we have plenty more Halo action for you guys here. The Halo 3 throwback with Ninja. This is Twitch Rivals. We'll see you on the other side.
Green, one shot, got him. No, he's not dead. He's one shot green.
Weaker training, Cal.
We got him.
I'm pulling this.
Cuts one shot. Cuts one shot.
I'll go back from him.
One shot sword. I got him. I got him.
Nice, Cal. One flag, maybe.
I got another one. I can't see him yet. I got him.
Nice.
I've got their sniper.
42 left.
Much-needed change of scenery. Just an Amtrak away.
Dolly. Hide my face off, Dolly, Trolly, Trolly. Crush us with your teeth. Trolly, Trolly, Trolly. Eating us beats. Ah! Trolly.
Lightning strikes by my window. Hits my chest right in the morning. Like a warning. Could have slept here for days. I felt your heartbeat, felt your mouth breathe. But it's not real. We were close to see the sun, but clouds got in our way. And so
Hold up. Let me know when you ready to get. Tell us how to come, we wildin' out. If you with it, ready, steady, go. Fight the good fight because this is war. This is war. This is war. This is war. This is still born for greatness, man. Hold up.
It's grand finals time, people. We got two great teams. Status quo, believe the hype. We're gonna jump into the matches in a moment here. I'm Golden Boy, that's Bravo. Of course, this is the Halo 3 throwback brought to you by Ninja. Thank you so much, Ninja, for contributing to the prize pool, making this thing happen for these guys. Of course, all of us go way back, but it's always great to see some more quality Halo being played here today. Yeah, every day. But let's just do it every day. I'm okay to just
Every day.
Back. We can do it
Gotta
every
do this
weekend.
every day.
Yeah,
Hey, every Saturday, if you ask me to watch some Halo 3, I can do it without a doubt.
Yeah, why not? The best way to spend a Saturday. Let's see the bracket though, and where we are right now. I mentioned at the top of this that this is the grand finals, but once we get the bracket in, we can see how we got to this point because we had 8 great captains, 32 fantastic players playing under the banners of 8 legendary Halo MLG teams. And here it is. So bracket A in our 4v4 side, Status Quo, Instinct, those two teams were looking like the clear front runners here, and that's why Bravo, they ended up in the finals, and it was a great match.
Man, they had quite a run, and they put on quite a show, so definitely going to be a team to be reckoned with, but let's take a look at the other side as well.
That's right, because on this side, this one was a little bit different. Believe the hype, They were strong throughout, but triggers down. They had a slow start, losing to BTH in round 1, and then started to pick up steam. Loses round 1, loses round 2, and Ninja, they went to town. It could have gone the distance, but believe the hype. They walk away with the win.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to Final Boss for getting triggers down, that momentum that they needed to make it into the 3 over Classic and into the finals, but it wasn't going to be enough. They were taken down 3-1 just now. And dude, SQ, BTH, dude, both these teams right now are playing at such a high level, man. This is gonna be remarkable.
Yeah,
this is gonna be a remarkable finals.
Instinct and Triggers Down are gonna play against each other. I think this is just to determine prize money for both of them, and then we have our grand finals here. $36,000 for first place. Who's gonna walk away with it? Geez, your guess is as good as ours. But I don't know if we're ready for this. I hope we are, because I was told that we're gonna have an interview with the one and only Maniac.
Maniac.
Yes. So if it's ready to go, let's go ahead and open it up. There he is, the man of the hour. Man.
Big Dog.
Is that a White Claw?
That's Big Dog Niak. Okay.
Yeah, man, I'm just chilling. This shit's. Oh, sorry. I don't know if I can get. This is easy.
Well, whether you want to not swear or not, in this specific call, you tuned into several of your listen-ins, and you're feeling yourself pretty hyped, man. So you haven't been able to bleep that out. But it's awesome, man, dude. You're absolutely dominating, bro. Nick, have you been like practicing a little bit for this? I mean, like playing a lot of H3, or did you just come in and you just start fragging right now, man?
No, man, I have not been playing much at all lately. I am surprising the hell out of myself right now. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, prize money always helps me out. The extra 100K from Ninja, that kind of gets the adrenaline going, makes me go harder. I don't know what it is, man. I'm playing super good right now, and I don't know how. Yeah,
I think I know.
I don't know what's going on.
I know.
Do you think you know, Alex? What is it?
I think I know. It could very well be the Selena difference. It's the Selena difference, Poppy. That's what it is. You out there living your lives. It's the Selena difference, Poppy. That's what it is. You out there living your life. Selena Gomez hanging over you. How did that even happen, by the way? Because I saw that and I was shocked.
That's just like,
oh well, no, I'm saying like just
I think it's just Niak things, dude.
I guess so.
Yeah,
you're right.
Golden Boy, I might have to tell you behind the scenes or something. You know what I'm saying? No, it's really just like a friend of a friend. It's nothing more than that.
Of course.
Deal. It's just another day in the life for Niak,
It is, dude. Speaking of, let me ask about this. You're the only player alive with Snipe in a 1v4, and the flag is down in your flag, and you strong side your way backwards in. What's going, dude? When you pull out that flag cap, what's going through your head when you had to push into flag solo and strong side your way in and cap that flag?
What is that? A one-slot game?
I mean,
the pit, bro. The pit is
CTN.
Yeah.
That
right?
Game, bro? The end of that pit game, what I did, oh man, I was like, I am a perfect player. Yeah, that was,
dude, you got the no scope, took out the overshield, man. Like, it was just flawless, bro.
The overshield. I saw APG throwing the flag in. I see Ian spawning down. Like, oh, Ian's just gonna stay there. He's just gonna catch it, cap it. No, Ian's pushing trainings for some reason. So I'm like, wow, I gotta clutch up. So I sniped overshield, and honestly, I thought it was chalked. I did not think we were gonna get it. But I was like, if we're gonna get this, I have to like play this perfect. I'm gonna play it slow. Like I feel like most players would have kind of like panicked, like, oh yeah, we need a cap. But it's like, in situations like that, you just have to play it slow. You have to like really analyze what's going on. Even though it's like it's so like fast paced, you don't really have time to do that. But I think it's just one of those things from playing Halo 3 for 10 plus years, that sort of I don't know, just knowing what to do in that crucial situation. Like, I guess playing Halo 3 for 10 plus years helped me out there. But yeah, man.
You knew it. Yeah, you knew exactly what to do. I mean, you did it blind too. Like you strong-sided off of the first BR.
That was sick, bro.
Nuts.
I got my final question, man. Anyone you think you got to look out for / take out in the finals? Are you looking out to shut anyone down, or are you just gonna kill it?
I mean, you gotta look out for Ace and Tylenol. They haven't got off Halo 3 in 2 years straight for some reason. So it should be fun. I'm glad me and Aaron won the last Twitch Rivals, so I'm glad I can meet him in the finals here, try to take him down. He thinks he's King Halo 3, and I think I gotta shut that up. But I'm glad I'm playing against Ace. I'm glad I'm playing against Ace. And Tylenol. In Flame!
I know, right? Take me back. We are back!
Oh, man. Anyway, well, Maniac, I'm going to let you get ready for your match, brother. Thank you so much. GG's. Looking forward to seeing you guys in the finals.
Yes, sir. Cheers.
Good luck. Cheers. You guys all have your White Claws, right?
I do not. I'm drinking water. You know,
I was gonna say water's the drink of choice right now.
That's the drink of commentators. You know, but I think Ninja just realized he got to go crack a brewski, so he's like, screw it. Yeah, and as he should. Also, I gotta ask him this. Ninja, is that a gravity hammer behind you? Yeah, it was a gravity hammer behind you, right?
He's getting it.
He's getting
it. Yep. Let's see this thing, dude. Look at that.
Oh my god.
Holy crap! That thing,
dude.
That thing is so badass.
Yeah, dude. This thing's like 500 pounds. I'm actually just really jacked.
That is
amazing. Man, I've been trying to. You remember that company, Project Triforce? They used to make all the die-cast Halo guns. I'm trying to find that metal plasma rifle. I regret never picking it up. That die-cast metal plasma rifle was so sick. I should have gotten it. You know, should have pulled the trigger on it. But maybe one day I'll find it in the second-hand market. See, you got yourself a beverage. You're ready to go, Ninja. So I think
dude, let's get it.
There it is. All right. By the way, we want to remind everyone that during the match, or actually, excuse me, after the match, you in the chat are going to be able to vote on who you think is the Pizza Hut MVP. So voting will happen after the finals. Bear that in mind. We want to remind everyone, after the grand finals, you can figure out who's going to be the Pizza Hut MVP. But
wait, we got a nose scratch.
I think we got a nose scratch.
Yes, nose scratch.
The jet loves nose scratch.
Scratch the nose, okay?
Thanks, baby.
If we could get a breakdown of that at all possible, production, so we can analyze it, because I've really liked Jess's strategy there. Went in, you know, just a very aggressive rub at the top. I don't know. I could break down nose scratches for days.
True. I mean, that was quality.
It's just gonna turn into a nose scratch. Rivals event.
Hey, you're not a caster if you can't break down and commentate a random thing. You know.
True.
Cars parking, commentate it. You know, it's all training. You know, all training to make you good. Guys, we hope you're having fun, by the way. Shout out to the folks who are in Ninja Chat hanging out, you know, and of course the people who are here with us on the Twitch Rivals chat as well. As with every Halo tournament, make sure you get out there, tweet the stream, let everyone know what's going on. We have ourselves a banger of a grand finals that's going to be coming up. Status Quo versus Believe the Hype. And game modes are ready to go. So let's go ahead and see what we're going to be playing here in this grand final. And I hope it's Pit CTF. Is it there? Oh, Pit Slayer. Oh. Okay. So CTF Narrows, Construct Slayer, Oddball Guardian, and Bravo if necessary, Onslaught CTF, and Team Slayer on Pit.
I like it. It's going to be a good series for sure. Some good favorites in here. GB will have to endure an Onslaught flag potentially, but yeah, hope this series goes the distance. These two teams have just been on fire all day. It's hard to choose between these two in terms of if there's one favorite. I'd have to say it's just going to be one heck of a final. I can't wait for it to go down.
Dude, Team Slayer Pit, man. I don't want to be that guy, but I think I'm gonna call it, bro. I want to see a game 5 sniper standoff. Or game 5, you know what I mean? Game 5, 40,
49, yeah, let's
49,
go.
49, dude. It was so clean.
I wouldn't be mad about that. If we went the distance, that'd be great. Of course, I'm sure no one at home would be angry about that as well. So, and I believe we do have another. I asked for the replay. We actually got it. Let's go ahead and break this down here, because I'm telling you. Yo, here it is. All right. Look at the strategy.
Oh wow, very different. Very different strategy.
Different.
More of a
It's more of a It's more of a full wiggle.
Yeah. Yeah, full wiggle action.
Get tickled a little. You know? A little tickle.
Also, yeah, I love just kind of. Well, also Jess took her time in the approach, right? She wanted to make sure that everything was right in terms of angles, in terms of the way that the scratch was going to go, and
that's right.
It was brilliantly executed. So yeah, shout out to Jess for sure.
I really feel like that, you know, between that and as well as with Enable's girlfriend, like that was just peak nose scratching. I tried to ask my wife, but she ignored me. So, you know, I mean, that's what happens when you're married for 13 years. You know, it is what it is. What are you gonna do?
At least you guys have wives. I got no one here scratching a nose.
Oh, bravo.
Oh, man.
Do you have a roommate or something?
Hold on,
You know,
wait, wrong side. I'm trying to scratch it, dude.
Oh, man.
I'm trying. Sorry.
Good God.
Well, we've had fun today. We've had fun. So we're waiting for the game to start up here. You know what, guys? I want to ask for predictions. I'll give a prediction as well. But, you know, I'll go first. Okay, I'll go first. I think what we're going to get is a game 4. Status quo winning. 3-1.
I'm going game 5, SQ.
Okay, game 5 SQ. Bravo.
Just for variety's sake, I'll go game 5 BTH. Let's see it, baby.
Ooh, game 5 BTH. If you end up getting that prediction right, I'm gonna buy you a drink and run. So.
No, if I get that right, you're scratching my nose.
Okay, I'll scratch your nose. There we go. We'll do that. We'll have to rectify it. Okay, here we go, folks. It's now time for the grand finals here of the Halo 3 Throwback Twitch Rivals Tournament. Narrows Capture the Flag is going to be the battleground for game number 1 in this epic confrontation between Believe the Hype and Status Quo. $36,000 on the line for first place, and we have to remake the lobby. But we're back again.
That's just a warm-up, Chibi. That is just a warm-up. We want to get everyone ready for this because that was a test run. We want to make sure everyone in the chat is hyped, that they're ready to go. And yeah, I think that was just a warm-up, so we'll hope you're all ready.
It genuinely cannot be a Halo tournament unless we have an epic start to then remake the lobby.
We just wanted to show you what the map was going to look like. Get you guys all teased, you know what I mean?
That's it.
Jumping into it shortly. Just want to get you, you know, just a little tick. Just a little tick.
just like a good nose scratch.
Yeah.
Good nose scratch, man.
Like a good nose scratch. State Farm is there. So we will have. I think that works. State Farm, you're cool to use that if you want to. Just saying.
That's the next commercial.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere.
Ninja Genshin.
Oh, dude, imagine like someone working like a super professional job, like laser focused. They can't lift their hands. Like a good neighbor, they got scratch on their nose, dude. An agent just comes in and just scratches it for him, bro, dude.
Perfect.
Well done. Doctor at that.
You got Twitch, you're welcome. All right, guys, never said I didn't do anything for you. Here we go. Now time for the grand finals. And I genuinely do not know what to expect. I just want a great game. And we're starting things off here with the captain of Status Quo. It's Ace.
Here we go, baby. This is what we've been waiting for. The top teams here at this event, and who else but Status Quo and Believe the Hype. These teams have been on fire all day. If you're just joining us, this is Twitch Rivals Halo 3 Throwback. It has been an amazing day of games so far. We have some of the best Halo 3 players. I shouldn't just say some of the best. We have many of the best Halo 3 players to ever play the game. Absolutely legendary Halo players here, just absolutely performing today and putting on such a show. It's been a pleasure, and here we are, only 5 games to determine who will come out on top as what may be the final biggest Halo 3 event in history.
Brav, we are commentating Best Man in a grand final.
Yeah, we are.
That's awesome, man. Chig in a grand final as well. Like, I'm just all about this, dude. This has just been fantastic to watch now. And, of course, folks, it seems like this is going to be neck and neck between these two teams. But back over to APG and this squad. I mean, Enable's in a grand final, for goodness sake, of a Halo tournament. Like, it feels like, oh my God, what a shot. Feels like the time just does not change, you know?
Dude, it's a beautiful thing. This has been such an amazing tournament. Everyone, all the chat, in hype as all the hype in the chat as well. Amazing to see so many like mainstays of Halo community in chat today. And honestly, these players just kind of like Ninja said earlier, like the fact that they get to play for a prize pool this size, at a time like this is amazing, just because there weren't prize pools this large back in the day. And as we said, the first place here is taking home almost double what you took home from an MLG event. So much money on the line, and also let's not forget so much bragging rights on the line, because this tournament's going to be remembered. This is not an asterisk tournament. This is like a big event with some of the best players to ever play the game.
Yeah, this is literally the send-off for Halo 3. These two teams, status quo, believe the hype. And honestly, you know, when you think about the histories of both of these teams, this feels like pretty right. And with the players that are involved as well, it's just been fantastic. But also, Tylenol, I mean, we have not had an opportunity to talk about him. The kid is disgusting. The talent is just absurd.
Absolutely. Just so impressed with what we've seen from him.
Gorgeous Gardenia, the new eau de parfum.
Hey Google.
Rated mature.
In full like coffin death position, just arms placed crossed over the chest. I gotta see a replay of that too, because that body was sent to a death and a grave somewhere very far away through that man cannon. But still 1-0 here for Believe the Hype after a few minutes of play.
Yeah, and actually, someone in the chat just asked, Orms asked, did Enable play Comp Halo back in the day? Yes.
Excuse me?
Sir. That's where he came. Well, you know, to be fair, man won a world championship in Call of Duty, so I kind of get it. But yes, he did, and he's been playing, you know, COD for a while. But he came from Halo. Like a lot of players that you know and love in other games, a lot of them started off in Halo.
Absolutely, and man, I remember back in the day playing against Enable and coaching against Enable in Halo 2 as well. So made a name for himself in H3, but a player who was on the scene in MLG events and performing as well in Halo 2. So now here we are, 1-1, just like that, game number 1.
Wouldn't have it any other way. Tied matchup here. 2 down as well for the blue squad. They're going to need to react off this. They know that the pressure is going to be approaching from on high, and they were anticipating movement low. It's actually going to be Ace with the rocks, and they do manage to secure that kill. If they get this kill here against Flamesword, that will be really huge for them, so that they can use that to continue to push and encroach onto the enemy side.
Absolutely now, and as each moment ticks by, all I'm thinking, GB, is I don't want this to be over. It's been such an amazing day so far, but so glad we get 5 games, or excuse me, we get the best of 5 games between these two teams, and we'll have to see which one's going to be able to close it out. But you got to think, next flag is going to be a big one. That go-ahead flag cap puts a lot of pressure on the enemy team in terms of way you can play things, and when you do have that lead, you can really start to extend, try to get the right slays, and really start to put the numbers on the board.
Yeah, and just a reminder, everyone, if you're watching on the Twitch Rivals channel, you can go and check out all of these players and their individual perspectives, just like we are. And this is the way that Halo was spectated and commentated back in the day. There was no fancy observer modes and stuff like that. You know, you just plugged in a HDMI cable into the back, you got the capture card, and you tracked it. That was all you had to do back then. So you can go and watch the same thing that we're watching, and go to the individual streams and their perspectives if you want to. That said, though, on board with Maniac and Bravo, he's got the sniper.
Hits a nice little next shot there on Chig. Looks like might be clean up. No, actually, Chig's gonna be the one that cleans up APG. But I gotta comment on the fact that the sniper was just down, resting against top middle, as if it was like gently placed there, which is something I may have never seen. I'm like, when I was watching through Maniac scope, I'm like, is that a snipe down, resting against the top mid pillar? And sure enough, it was. So we're seeing some crazy stuff here at Rivals, but that flag is being run, and it's being run very fast.
It's always a pleasant. I'm back, by the way. I had to eat real quick. It's always a pleasant little surprise when you stumble upon something like that, man.
Right?
Wait a minute.
Why almost feels like it was. Yeah, why, is this
like it's supposed to be there, bro?
It's a trap, dude.
I swear, sometimes I've literally like been playing in an LG game type, and it's like the rockets are delayed a little bit, and sometimes they'll be like top mid laying there, and it's like, wait a minute, we burned or like this is just like not supposed to spawn here.
Yeah,
a little like cute little thing to happen every once in a while, very rare, but. Oh, we got a first standoff here, by the way, too.
Yeah, here we go. We haven't seen too many flag standoffs. Ooh. Let's see.
And the flag has to be returned, by the way.
Yeah, they were in a pure standoff there, and you know, I think that was just a really smart play there by the red squad to just, you know, hold back and not expose where the flag is. I don't think anyone like really saw it at one point. It was kind of hidden, and even then, they're still managing to hold on to this thing, man. I think the flag should be coming back here in a moment potentially if they. No, never mind. N15 is actually pushed up as well, so this has been kind of rough to get this flag returned. Best man just hanging out in the back. But we'll go over to Chake's perspective. He's got the flag, 2 players down. He has help there from Tylenol. No better person to have in your corner at that moment in time. But this is just a good old-fashioned classic stalemate.
Ooh! No! Nowhere! Are you kidding me?
Did he really? He just clutched it. He got the return.
Oh my Niak, dude. Somehow, I think the timing was so lucky. He must have come up from power up and just happened to push flag at the moment where no one checked flag. That's the only way he got there.
Yeah, it really is.
You just don't see that, man. There's so many things that have happened there. He just slipped through every single possible crack. Hit so many different windows to get that kill. And then he gets the retake. Like, that is a game-winning. That is a tournament-winning play that was just made. That's remarkable, man.
Oh, this is just permits
lead, and like we said, now the pressure is on.
movement while casting from
the status quo is going to have to try to do whatever they can to answer back because they are 1 flag away.
You can still interrupt it.
One, and speaking of, Niak still dropping heads there as he picks up another one. And another one.
And another one. Like, he's not missing, and then APG hits a headshot of his own. That's all 4 dead.
Now he just needs to wait for that respawn there. Potentially it will be popping off in the backstage or in the corner. But that won't matter because they have that flag, and that is the game.
Wow.
I don't want to say I called it. Oh, well, at least I did call that BTH was going to win, but...
Just game 1, though.
No. I mean, like, game 5, right? We said it was game 5. That was a dominant game 5, man. Those back-to-back last 2 caps were insane. And that play from Nick, dude, you already know the guy's feeling himself. He said he hasn't even been playing the game. The fact that they're doing this well against Tylenol and Ace, who have been playing this game for the last 2 years, as he said. It might have been a joke. Maybe it might have been the last 2 months. But that's still way more practice and way more playtime that they have over every single member on BTH. It's remarkable that they just crushed them in game 1 like that.
It really is. And the fact that you also have Niak saying that he has not been playing and he's just surprised himself, and he's like just chilling, sipping on a White Claw. And hitting shots like this. I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing. It's so Niak. We're like deep in the Niak right now, and they're just performing. Dude. It was amazing game 1.
Yeah, man's playing the best Halo that I've seen him play in a hot minute. So I'm just excited to see how this series continues on here. Status quo, of course, I have an opportunity to be able to bounce back out of this one, right? Without a doubt. And we are going to Heretic Team Slayer next. I don't remember the game.
It was. Let's see. No, was it Construct?
Was it Construct?
It's a Construct.
Construct. Okay, it was Construct. So.
Which I don't really think. Have we shown a Construct TS in full on stream? I don't think we have. Right?
No. We caught the tail end of one absolute dominant performance, and then we looked at one that was a spectacular, but we couldn't actually see it. It was just the aftermath. So.
Yeah. So we're gonna get Construct TS from the break, which is always gonna have depending on how the teams like to try and approach it, right? And I do wonder, right? Like the chemistry is very clear between these 8 players and the way that they're split up. I mean, these guys are gelling, Bravo, and it is very scary how good they're getting so quick with one another that who knows what's gonna happen in this next game.
Oh, totally. And let's not forget, like, a lot of you guys have played on different rosters with each other, right? So a lot of that's just like coming right back to them. And yeah, it's scary. But I think this one, like we said, I think all of us are hoping and expecting that it might go the distance. So game 2, just a huge game, right? I mean, like, Quo has to step up in this game. There's not really a lot of room for error. You don't want to go down 0-2 against a team like BTH with the way they're playing. So Quo has to step up right here.
Yeah, not in the finals, man. Like going down 2 in the finals can be pretty, demoralizing. Especially if like the start of the 3rd game just doesn't go in their favor. It just can turn into this crazy snowball effect where they just get completely dominated. And again, Construct Slayer, beautiful map here. I believe it is camouflage instead of overshield, by the way, that is up on this map. Oh no, it is not. It's overshield. That's not right.
No, I believe it's camo. It is going to be camo, and it pops right in front of gold lift.
Right in front of gold lift.
So you have to jump up for the grab.
Yes, correct. You have to jump for the grab, and the camo lasts a minute, so longer than normal camouflage as well. And we're talking about stalemate and Slayer, and this is actually this is one of those maps where it happens too sometimes. Now that I think about it, right? I mean, where like you'll have like 4 players who are all just hiding down low, right? In a clutch and intense situation, trying to figure out how they're gonna sneak up top.
Focus control.
I had some flashbacks to when like Pistola like snuck in with camouflage and got a back smack on the player who had a sniper and sword in one of the MLG games back in the day, man.
It's true, man. This is super unique Slayer map, the way that this map plays, and you saw Niak himself up there getting the rocks right away off the break. It gave them a minor lead for just a moment, but essentially all tied up here, 7-6.
I like how, Ninja, you mentioned a specific moment of something Pistola did, and I'm like thinking in the memory banks of all the crap that Pistola's managed to pull off
it's hard to find. It's hard to find it.
But
to pull it out.
He does so much, even though he's not playing in this tournament. We still got to give Pistola love because he's the best. But that was a beautiful nade. Dude. And you know what? We'll table the Pistola conversation. He's great, but Maniac, this has definitely been his tournament.
Absolutely.
I just find it so strange, man. I asked him that question earlier in the interview, thinking that he's gonna be like, yeah, man, I played a little bit, and you know, and no, it's the exact opposite. The dude's just like, surprisingly, no, man, I haven't really touched the game. I'm just kind of destroying it. It's like, okay,
dude, at this
clearly,
point, yeah, seriously. At this point, GB, these two teams close enough. I'm thinking, listening with the BTH side. What are you thinking?
Oh, I'm feeling that as well, my friend. Let's go to a Believe the Hype, listen in, and see how the crew try and bring this game into their favor. Enjoy.
Camo if we spawn low. Camo if we spawn low. C3, close street R1, close street R1 weak. Dude, what? I'm getting fucked.
Spawn gold, spawn gold, spawn gold. You have camo?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and shoot and distract. Sword and shoot me.
Are you working gold? Not gold. You guys should lift up open.
Yeah, get ready to lift up open.
Lift up now. Start distracting.
Go, 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 go.
Behind you.
Go.
I'm lifting close.
What's tree timing?
One shot top gold.
Guys, shoot at 03, 30.
One shot dead.
One more. We didn't kill.
E3 somewhere? Hey, lobby sword, lobby 3 on 3 on 3.
Yeah. One hit. I got a another one. 2C3.
Lobby, one shot.
Close three. Top it off. So lucky. Lobby. Close lobby.
Sword still.
Trying to go for this snipe.
Open street, Ace. Yo, Ace is gonna be bottom mid.
E3, Tylenol.
I got Ace.
The guy go 02.
Main ramp.
I got him.
E3, lobby.
Main ramp. 02 flames. Really weak. Oh. I died. 03. He has full snipe. Another one. 03.
I got your help. Stay alive.
One shot.
03.
Everybody's on it.
I snipe.
Control fast.
Watch the fold. Stay alive.
I have not.
Close.
Oh my!
Chig's weak.
Close street flames. Shot gold, there's two there.
C3.
Ace is one hit. Get the rock, Brad.
02 one hit. C3.
Shot. Lock her out. P3. Control. Number two.
They're gonna have a sniper lobby.
Lobby close. I'm going behind you. I'm close.
I'm going close.
I need it open, Nick.
All right, and we are back, and this game has been as close as it could possibly get, Bravo.
Dude, I mean, chat is popping off right now. That shot from Maniac on Ace on the closed street from open street. Unbelievable shot. They're down by 2 right now. So this game is just, I mean, this is exactly what you want in a Contract TS. We talked about it. This is the type of game you want. They can go different ways, Slayer matches, but this is a one-kill game here as we hit the home stretch.
Look at the awareness.
I'm trying to think, man. First off, you guys don't know, he's looking through the little glass panel right there. You can actually see if there's anyone sneaking up behind him back gold. For a little thing I learned later in the era of Halo 3. But I feel like these are just like so fast. This is like 4 minutes into the game. It's 4 minutes and they're both almost at 50. This is ridiculous.
This is a very fast Slayer. As a reminder, like a lot of Slayers kind of average right around the 7:58 minute mark is the average for a Slayer length, and we are going way faster than that here. Only 9 kills to go for the SQ side.
I think Maniac just wants to hurry up and get another slip of the claw, know what I mean? But who knows at this point. 42-40 though, time continues to tick down. Town Hall with a massive double kill is actually going to basically wipe out the entirety of Believe the Hype here. And we could very well be seeing SQ coming back into this. And you know, we've been treated to some great games here today. I'm so glad to see Status Quo still fighting back as they should in this grand final.
Well, this is the moment we talked about, Ninja mentioned it, where you start to see the game slow down a little bit because they got low spawns, but it might be too little too late at the game mark where this game isn't really going to slow down. They're probably going to push and drop.
They could have done it. They had a moment. APG didn't get knocked there. Didn't get knocked. Didn't get just 4-shotted. Maybe he could have been able to help out and slow down some of the eliminations, but no. Completely overwhelmed.
Yeah.
From Status Quo, and they take it. Here we go, baby. Here we go.
Another thing, though, it raises the question. Raises the question because the Slayer, and they have Town Hall on that team. They got Ace. You got to feel good about the slaying power of those two players. But can they make it happen, though, Ninja, in the objective? Because it's clear that when that happens, it's, you know, Believe the Hype. They kind of have that little bit of an upper hand so far.
Right. In Slayers, in Team Slayers, it's not as much playmaking as it is just kind of like just raw slaying power, right? That like, oh, you have yard, great job. Okay, now we have power weapons, now we have control, and we're just like kind of getting on a roll. But the playmaking that came out of ETH in game 1, that is what really has me still siding with them, right? Maniac just sneaking around and making that incredible recovery into making it to 2-1, and then they just instantly capped again. Like, that was something that happens in objective, and that is something that BTH seems to be way more comfortable with right now. So we'll see if Status Quo can start making some plays of their own in the next objective.
Yeah, that's right. So we're waiting for this next matchup to start here. Bravo tied up 1-1. We've been treated to an excellent series thus far. Slaying prowess most definitely out for Status Quo, and it's not a shocker when you look at the BRs that are on that team. But now for game 3, where are we moving to here? I believe this is going to be Guardian Ball.
Guardian, dude.
Yeah, that's right. So Guardian Ball. Ooh, Guardian Ball. Well, then again, though, I feel like Instinct was like, yeah, Instinct kind of set up the, you know, the playbook of Guardian Ball throughout this tournament. So I really don't know what to expect here out of either of these teams, Rob.
Well, I think if we get the same BTH we got in game 1, right, then we're going to see a dominant performance from them. But can, like, Status Quo absolutely do the same exact thing and just totally run this game as well? Of course, they're absolutely capable of it. So it just depends on if we're getting the same BTH